I think what we're seeing in terms of our clients and the market here is that activism has been down a little bit in terms of the crisis. You're seeing less activists coming forward and launching campaigns, and you're seeing when they do come forward that they're a little bit less aggressive than they have been in the past. And I think there are a couple of reasons for that. And one of them is that one of the top asks for activists is often M&A, and the M&A levels have also been down. Another top ask is a return of capital to shareholders through buybacks or dividends, and that, at least in the U.S., has been a little bit difficult to ask for in this political climate. And then when activists stay for a longer time, they're looking at changes to operations. And those operational changes over the long term require a little bit of stickiness with the company and also require oftentimes the company to do things like make cuts to their employees and make other cost cutting measures. And at a time when companies are being scrutinized for what they're doing in the pandemic and the recovery, that can be a difficult ask as well. But what we are noticing is that the levels
Okay.
of activism are
Yep. Go ahead.
the levels of activism are simmering below the surface, and so the activists are still there. And we believe that when there's a time when they can return, they will return.
Okay, and it makes me wonder with the M&A component. I mean, whether or not when this becomes an option or something that activists would like to push for, is part of the reason the activity has been subdued is because a lot of valuations have been relatively strong. I mean, if we look at what's happening at least in the public equity performances, people may say, okay, we want to wait for things to cool off and then swoop in when things perhaps are brought down a bit more.
That's definitely part of it. I think also there's been, at least in the last couple of months, some difficulty for companies to do their valuations. There's been so much uncertainty and churn in the market that companies, at least in the U.S., have spent the last couple of months withdrawing their guidance and trying to figure out how they're going to put their long-term views together, and that can make it difficult for an activist to come in the middle of that process as well.